We all get scam emails and dodgy text messages, but how many of us actually report them? Today, I'm looking at why reporting matters, where you actually go to do it, and which ones are worth your time. Keep watching to find out more.
Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder.
Rise and Shine, it's your business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. Episode 701, it's Firewall Friday, and we're going to be talking about scams again. There are so many scams around that it's hard to keep up. When a scam hits our inbox or notifications, we typically mark it as spam and or delete it and move on. I guess that's okay if the scams aren't landing. But did you know that a lot of people who are caught by scams don't report them either? They pretty much do the same thing, delete it all and move on. Why they don't report, I'm not sure. Maybe it's embarrassment, or perhaps maybe it's that feeling that reporting simply won't have an effect. I know that it feels that way, but reporting can and often does have an effect. It's just often not visible to us as individuals. So let's talk about what reporting actually does, shall we? When you report a scam or phishing attempt, it feeds into a much bigger intelligence picture. Agencies like Scamwatch in Australia and the FTC in the US collect thousands of these reports and use them to look for patterns. The same phone number showing up hundreds of times, the same email template being used to target a particular industry, same fake website or same similar fake websites popping up across the region. Your single report on its own might not look like much, but it might be the one that connects enough dots to trigger a warning or an enforcement action. Now, this reporting and the monitoring that's being done is actually having an effect. I did look into it because I wanted to know if it was worthwhile. In Australia, the National Anti-Scam Centre, which is where Scamwatch is run out of, had over 7,500 scam websites taken down in 2025 alone. They referred thousands of dodgy phone numbers to telcos to be blocked and flagged thousands of fake URLs to Meta and Google for removal. In the US, the FTC returned over $339 million to consumers in 2024 through enforcement actions and shut down operations running everything from fake debt relief schemes, I had to say that one slowly, to e-commerce scams. None of that happens without ordinary people taking the time to lodge a report. But what happens? Okay, what happens if we don't report though? Surely nothing happens. We just delete it and I haven't been caught by it and it's all cool, right? Maybe the scammer just keeps running the same trick on the next person and the next and the next. They're running a numbers game, and every report that doesn't get made is another day that particular scam stays active and another person can fall for it. Reporting is one of the very few things that actually disrupts that cycle, because it puts the information into the hands of the people who can block the numbers, take down the websites, freeze the accounts, and provide a central resource for what's being seen in the wild that we can all go and look at and say, oh, it is a scam, I'm not going to action it. There's a practical side to this as well, especially for business owners. When a formal scam report is lodged, a reference number is issued, and that reference number may matter more than we realise. If money has been lost, banks I'm being told, tend to take recovery attempts more seriously when there is a formal report on file, and insurers often require proof of reporting before they will process a cyber insurance claim. Internally for your business, that report becomes a documented incident record that supports audits, compliance reviews, and it may just help justify making changes like extra staff training or tighter controls. Realistically, a scam report is unlikely to get your money back directly, and certainly no one's going to give you a call with a personal update on your case. But without that report on file, you have nothing official to point to when any of the important conversations need to happen. Okay, so I've covered the practical benefits of reporting a scam, but I want to address the elephant in the room. Reporting every scam that hits your inbox and notifications can be a full-time job all on its own. And as business owners, we're already busy and we're probably exhausted most of the time. Reporting yet another email just doesn't even hit our radar. I'm not saying you should report all of them, but I'm going to encourage you to report the bigger ones like banks, revenue services, local government services, Microsoft, Google, Apple, etc. Remember, these reports feed into scam databases and public warnings, which means your report might be the thing that stops someone else falling for that particular scam. When you do decide to report a scam, the next question is, where do you actually go? It depends a bit on where you are in the world and what kind of scam it is, so let me walk through the main ones. If you're in Australia, your first stop is Scamwatch. This is run by the ACCC through the National Anti-Scam Centre. That's where you report most scams: phishing emails, fake invoices, dodgy text messages, online shopping scams, all of those sorts of things. If the scam involved an actual cyber attack, so someone accessed your systems, compromised your account, or hit you with ransomware, then you want Report Cyber. That sits under the Australian Signals Directorate. Now, if you want to find these guys, certainly do a search for them. I believe it's scamwatch.gov.au, but do a search. Just put in Scamwatch, put in Report Cyber, and they'll come on up for you. In the United States, the main reporting point is the FTC. That's, from what I understand, that's reportfraud.ftc.gov. This covers a broad range of scams and fraud. If it was specifically a cyber attack or internet crime, the FBI also runs the Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3.gov. And if personal identity information was stolen, identitytheft.gov helps build a recovery plan. So you've got a few options there to get these things reported and in some cases actually get some support. Regardless of where you are, if money had actually changed hands, your bank needs to know about it as soon as possible. The faster you contact them, the better the chance they can freeze or reverse the transaction. Don't wait until you have reported it to an agency first. Call the bank immediately and then do the formal report afterwards. So let me just recap what I've shared here. Reporting matters because it feeds into the bigger intelligence picture. It helps disrupt the cycle, and for business owners it creates a paper trail that might be needed down the track for the bank, insurer or accountant. In Australia, use Scamwatch and Report Cyber. In the US, there's the FTC and IC3. Most importantly though, if you have been caught and money has changed hands, contact your bank straight away. I'm not saying, I want to reiterate this one as well, I'm not saying you need to report every single scam that hits your inbox or notifications. Reporting everything that comes through is going to be a full-time job all on its own, I'm sure. And as business owners, we need to be focusing on our business. The bigger ones, though, the ones that impersonate your bank, tax office, revenue service, local government services, Microsoft, Google, Apple, the big ones, these are worth the 5 minutes it takes to lodge a report. You might not see the report yourself. You might not see the result for yourself, but your report feeds into a bigger picture, and it might just be the one thing that stops someone else from getting caught. Alrighty, guys, what do you think? Have I raised more questions here than I've answered? I kind of hope so, because that's where we learn and grow. Have you reported a scam before? Was it straightforward, or was it a pain in the backside? Did you get any feedback on it? I know I've reported a few and I never get any feedback, and I don't expect it. I'd just love to know what your own experiences are. What do you see, down to what sort of scams are you starting to see in your inbox and notifications? Are they changing? Are they more of the same? I'd love to know all of these things. So leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. If it was useful, I would love a like. Thank you so much. And maybe you could also share this with a friend. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button now and ring the bell so you find out when I drop more content. And of course, if you ever need any help with this sort of thing, I am here to help. If you haven't already booked your free 30-minute breakthrough session, you can do that by visiting my website, askcharlyleetham.com, and clicking the button in the top right-hand corner. If you've already used your free breakthrough session, it is only one per company, and you would like more time with me and you'd like to hire me, I am available to hire. So please reach out and we will make that happen. And that's it for now, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday for Mindset Monday. Bye.
Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.